The country today reeling from yet another shooting, this time at a funeral in Wisconsin. This is a scene at the Graceland Cemetery in Racine, just south of Milwaukee. Officers scouring the area among the tombstones. Police say multiple people were shot at the funeral of a man who was allegedly shot and killed by a police officer 2 weeks ago during an attempted traffic stop. As a precaution, Racine's mayor is asking police to enforce a curfew for anyone under the age of 18 this weekend. There's no word at this time on the alleged gunman or the extent of the victim injuries.
And this comes on the heels of several deadly mass shootings, one at a medical center in Tulsa, Oklahoma yesterday, where 4 people were killed. The other in Uvalde, Texas, where 19 children and 2 teachers were shot and killed inside their classroom. President Joe Biden says he visited the families impacted by the shooting.
They had one message for all of us: do something. Just do something. For God's sake, do something.
And the president echoed that message. He addressed the nation today and asked Congress to take action to stop gun violence. KITV4's Tom George joins us live tonight with a breakdown of the president's plan. Tom.
Well, Marissa, President Biden says since that shooting in Uvalde more than a week ago, there have been a total of 20 mass shootings. And he says the violence needs to stop now.
There are too many other schools, too many other everyday places that have become killing fields, battlefields here in America.
As Americans struggle to grasp a lethal wave of mass shootings that are traumatizing communities and tearing lives apart.
After Columbine, after Sandy Hook, after Charleston, after Orlando, after Las Vegas, after Parkland, nothing has been done.
President Biden calling out Congress to come together and work on bipartisan gun reform laws.
This is not about taking away anyone's guns. It's not about vilifying gun owners. In fact, we believe we should be treating responsible gun owners as an example of how every gun owner should behave.
The president laying out actions he believes need to be taken.
And if we can't ban assault weapons, then we should raise the age to purchase them from 18 to 21. Strengthen background checks, enact safe storage law and red flag laws. Repeal the immunity that protects gun manufacturers from liability. Address the mental health crisis.
Senate GOP leader Mitch McConnell says he's hopeful and optimistic lawmakers can compromise on legislation to address mass shootings to have ready to unveil when the Senate returns to session next week.
Mental illness and school safety are what we need to target.
Some of those very proposals the president mentioned are already in place here in Hawaii. Here in our state, we have the lowest rate of gun deaths in the entire country, and we also have some of the toughest gun laws. Among other things, in Hawaii, you have to be 21 years old to buy a gun. You also have to get a permit to buy a weapon, and that includes a mandatory 14-day waiting period. We also already have an assault weapons ban and a ban on magazines with more than 10 rounds. Now, at the federal level, some of those ideas still being debated right now as a group of bipartisan senators are working to craft some possible legislation. Both of Hawaii's U.S. Senators Brian Schatz and Mazie Hirono have signaled something needs to be done, and they support new gun measures being considered in Congress. Tom George, KITV4, Island News.